Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian.
I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Who are you, Blues fan? We're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
BlueNote Fan Report. Hey everybody, how are you doing today? I'm Guy, and this is the BlueNote Fan Report. We're a show that talks about hockey, mainly Blues hockey, but we'll talk about everything. Couple things going on in Blues land. It happened yesterday, but I didn't feel like talking about it. I wanted to give myself some time to breathe and think and get some out. Blues made a couple of moves yesterday. The moves are semi-interesting, and we'll talk about that. Jason Nichols is saying hello. E. Guido saying hello. Marilyn is saying hello. Hello. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us as we talk a little hockey. Jason, you were first with the thumbs up today. Way to go. We are bringing up Zach Buldoc. Now, interesting first of all, for me, I probably see this differently than everybody else. Right? I really do. I kind of see, I don't think this is what everybody thinks it is. I really don't. I think this is one of two things. When you couple him getting the rookie lap with a couple of other things, first of all, Justin Faulk went from IR to LTIR. Now he's got to be out a certain amount of time. Some of that it's retroactive to when the last time he played. He was week to week, so it doesn't affect that. When he's ready, he can come back, and that's all great and fine. But what it does do is very, very important, is it frees up $6.5 million of cap space, right? So right now, with the Blues bringing up Buldoc, they only had like a $20,000 to the limit, right? This is listing us at $279,000 of projected cap space, and actually it's so the cap is 83.5, and we're at 83,497. I mean, we got less than $3,000, right? Now, the thing to remember here is that we do have some space. We have right now we have 6.5 million that we can use, right? I'm trying to look at something to see if I'm missing anything. We don't have any signing bonus stuff that we can use, so that's not a big deal. Well, it basically comes down to, if he stays on LTIR through the trade deadline, that is a $6.5 million that we have. However, when he comes back, we have to still be under the cap. So that's something to look at. Now, when you do look at that, the one guy that kind of stands out and goes, here's something we can do with that, is Kapanen. Kapanen is a $3.2 million cap hit, and he is a UFA. there's something to work with there, right? You can bring in a guy that's $1 million or $2 million over and still be okay, right? Blaze is at $1 million. The other guy here that I really think is Scandella. Scandella's at 3.2. And with him having that 7-team no trade, he's got teams that may take him and give something up for him. You know, a dollar in, dollar out thing, or maybe even a pick. I don't know. But Buldoc to me, thinking about he's going to see the speed difference first game and will have a target on his back, has to make quicker decisions. I think this is a desperation move. More than anything else, this feels like a desperation move to me. Right? You've had a couple of big losses where you've played decently, but not decently enough. So you bring in a young kid to give some energy, but also you're looking at the trade deadline. You were even with the Los Angeles Kings. They now have a 6-point spread with games in hand. You had 4 points on the team behind you, and they're not even with you having a game in hand. This 5 game, it was crucial to me. It was very, very crucial to me. And the Islanders aren't coming in here, you know, they're fighting for playoff spots too. So it's not like the Islanders are going to come in here and be dead weight, right? The Islanders are at 60 points, same as us. I think they have a game in hand on us, and they're 4 points out of the wild card spot. So, you know, this Islanders game, and then we got the Red Wings right after that, who are in the wild card spot. So you really have to be aware of what's happening. Blaze is non. Yes and no, right? That game, that was a very winnable game, and they played well. Believe it or not, they played well enough to win it. They made a couple of mistakes that ended up in the back of the net, and then they didn't be offensive enough. In the third period, you have to take shots, and they didn't take shots until late. You've got to take shots from the beginning of the third period on. You have to consistently take shots. Now, it doesn't help to get behind. They got behind. But they did tie that game up. It was, 1-1 for a while, wasn't it? I think it was. Maybe I'm wrong. Was it 1-1? Yeah, I think it was 1-1. Oh, no, yeah, it was, was it 1-1? Yeah, 1-1. And then when we went into the third, they got that early goal, and that put us behind. So you have to, you've got to be aggressive in the third, and they weren't. Right? And this is something that has been an issue for a couple of years now. It's not a new thing. It's very important to you go back and you look at the stats for the third period shots, and they're not very good. Let's see here. Right? Shots for per game, you're taking 28.2, which is 25th in the league, or 28.8. You're giving up 31.9. Giving up 31.9. That is ninth worst. Ninth worst. Right? And that's just, when you're talking ninth worst, then you get to the third period, the shot differential in the third period. All right, let's bring that up. The Blues shot differential in the third period is minus 40. That's almost a shot more per game. In fact, it's minus for all three periods. Minus 58 in the first, minus 77 in the second. The only period that is a plus is the overtime. They are plus 3. You're overall 100. You're giving up 172 shots more per game. 172 shots more per game. That's crazy. Crazy. Crazy for giving up so many shots per game. Aaron says, so how does that free up cap space? Does Faulk not get paid? No, he gets paid, but while he's on LTIR, long-term injured reserve, that money does not count against the cap. That money does not count against the cap. So it is available money to use. However, once he comes back, you got to be under the cap. So if you spend that $6.5 million and bring somebody in, when Faulk comes back, you've got to remove $6.5 million. Right? You know what? That. God. Who gives a fuck? Right? I mean that I had Dante kind of hit me on that. Oh, we don't score in the we got to get ahead and we got to stay ahead. We can't come. It's because we don't play aggressive in the third. That's what that is. You've got to be aggressive in the third. Sorry, Jason, I didn't mean to come off negative to you, bud. I just, some of the numbers that the radio and these guys like to spew out mean nothing. Right? And that's just one of them. You're going, oh, for this game, statistics lie, bud. In some ways, statistics lie. And during a game, I don't rely on statistics. I know you guys like them, so I bring them up. But in all actuality, I don't care. I look at what's happening on the ice. What's happening on the ice tells me so much more than statistics. You know what? They don't think about that shit at all. That never crosses their mind. Not one single time during a game does the players go, oh, wow, man, we're 29. Never. It does not. It does not. It never crosses their minds. Never. Jason, you think that a player thinks like a fan, and the player absolutely, positively does not think like a fan at all. At all. In fact, a lot of them, Jason, have you seen the movie For the Love of the Game? Have you seen that movie, bud? Oh, wow. They're talking about Sanheim. Wow. Nice move there. All right. In that game with Kevin Costner, when he's pitching, he's going, clear the mechanism. Clear the mechanism. Right? He's supposed to be pitching a game at Yankee Stadium in the raining days of the season. Clear the mechanism. And he makes it all go away. Right? He doesn't hear him. Right? That is what these players do. You know? You know, they'll tell you, yeah, we heard him, and then this and that. In a lot of cases, they don't. Maybe on the bench. When they're on the bench, maybe they hear that. But once they hit the ice, they don't hear that shit at all. You don't hear anything on the ice. Man, when I ran, I didn't hear my coach most times. I didn't hear him call out. He would call out lap times and things like that. I didn't hear him. I didn't hear anybody. I didn't hear anybody. They don't hear that stuff, man. They don't think about that. They do not think of a game the way you do at all. At all. And that's why when you say some of the things you say, Jason, that's why I get flustered. Right? And it's not at you. It's not aimed at you. It's not meant to be at you. But it's just that mentality of, oh, the players have to think like I think. They don't. If they did, they'd suck. They'd absolutely suck. Right? Wait, here, Jason. This is proof to my point. You have heard between period or halftime or in between locker room speeches, right? When has a coach ever come in and spouted stats to the team? Have you ever heard a coach come in and go, oh, shit, boys, we're 29th in the league in comebacks, so we're in trouble here. We got to do something different. You've never heard a coach say something like that. Does that make sense, Jay? Does that make a little bit of sense, Jason? Or am I pissing you off? Am I upsetting you? Might be upsetting. I might be upsetting him. David Ace, Aaron Coulter, thank you. I sent you a quote from Faulk saying, we can't let getting scored on first affect us mentally. That may be part of that. Okay, that I just, again, when you say something after the game, that's not the same as in the game. That's why I don't think that I just don't get it. Right? Thank you, bud. We're friends. I just want to make sure. I go off sometimes. I let anger take the wheel. I let my disgust take the wheel. I apologize to people for that all the time. Tammy Frankie, thank you. David AC Guido, Aaron Coulter, Jason Nichols, thank you. Jackass. I gotcha. Yeah. So that's why a lot of that stuff that they say, man, I tune out. I tune that shit out. Because that's something, first of all, let's get back, here we go, Jason. It comes back to the Jordan Kyrou situation. Right? No, Nashville's not playing today. Today, there's 5 games, 2 are in progress. 2 will happen, 3 will happen later. Buffalo and Montreal, there's about 8:36 to go in the third. Buffalo's up 3-2. At the end of 2, Philadelphia is trouncing on the Bedard Hawks 3-1. And Bedard is -1. So later tonight, the Blue Jackets are at the Pond. Toronto is in the mullet, and Boston is facing off against Edmonton. There you go. You good to go with that now, Jason? I think the Boston-Edmonton game might be the late game on TNT. Though I could be wrong. I could be wrong. No, it is. That is the late game on TNT. Usually games that should be offensive aren't. It could be very defensive battle. It could be usually when you know you got an offensive team, you play a really strong defensive game. So I kind of look for that. Oh, what was it? Man, I just kind of lost my place here trying to keep up with things. Thank you. The Kairu thing, right? Kairu getting asked that question, when he got asked that question, it was all media. That was all media. And the fan base in St. Louis eats up our negative media. We eat it the fuck up. We eat it like toasted raviolis and Emo's pizza with gooey butter cake for dessert. We eat that shit up. We love it for some fucking reason. Now Marilyn's going to get mad at me for using my language, but oh well. We do. We just eat it up instead of calling them out for it. Instead of calling out our negative ass news media, who creates a lot of these situations, we eat it right up. Tarasenko, the Tarasenko thing. Oh my goodness, did we eat that up? How many people said Tarasenko doesn't want to be here? Tarasenko doesn't want to be here. Tarasenko never said that, but that's what we heard. That's what the media said, so it has to be true. Not so sure about that. He ended up not getting traded until he was at the end of his contract. And I'll tell you what should have upset a lot of people, what should have absolutely upset a lot of people. And what was I going to say? Fuck, I don't remember now. See, that's the ADHD. I had a thought in my head and it just went. No, I don't think so. Right? I don't think so. I think AI, I think people make too big of a deal out of AI. I'll never use AI. Richard Kershkin. Hey, Richard, how you doing? Chuck Hill, thank you. Thank you for liking the show. And if you're joining us, I appreciate it. I will never use AI in my writing. There's no sense in that. Right? Oh, I can show you something today. See if I can pull it up here. I posted it in a private group, but I think I should be able to kind of show this. Yeah, there we go. They won't fake interviews. They won't do that. Dude, see again, the AI thing. That's making too much. You're taking media and going, oh my goodness, it's got to be this. No, it doesn't. Sorry, bud, but that's just how that feels, you know? You're taking the 90% of what comes out in the media, I push aside a little bit. Right? They make a big deal about this AI. It's not there for me. I see the video you sent me. How long ago was that, Jason? That's the thing. Right? And again, he's being asked a question at a very bad time. And he's answering a question from the media. Oh, just getting behind since you're this. So he's answering that. That doesn't mean that they're thinking about it. Right? It doesn't mean that they're thinking about it. So I can show you this. This is, and let me see if I can do something here with that. There we go. That is a preview of the USS Stark article. It's all I could really show because the magazine hasn't released yet. I have posted the first 4 paragraphs. 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs in the past. So I showed that, but I blacked out everything else. That is the layout for the Stark article in At Ease Veterans Magazine. I should probably put that up here. Yeah, sorry, I don't believe that. There we go. There is At Ease Veterans Magazine. Kind of put it like this. As you can see here, that is the cover for the next issue that comes out beginning of March. Right? Yeah. So again, a totally different team. I can't even. That doesn't. Different coach, different style of play. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me, bud. And that's why I don't have a feeling. So here it is. There's the magazine, At Ease Veterans Magazine. If you come down here and decide to order, right? If you use the code GUYB10, you will get a 10% discount. One thing to know is that the magazine sells out quickly. If you want to get a copy, you need to order it before the first of March, before it goes to printing, which is probably on Monday or Tuesday. So before this goes to print, you need to order your copies. Otherwise, they're going to sell out. Right? And that's what I'm trying to do. Yes, you can subscribe to that magazine. The website is At Ease Veterans Magazine. And if you use the code GUYB10, GUYB10, you will get a 10% discount on your first order. I do get a portion of that, fair, for the full disclosure. But, it's how we get paid. I don't get paid to write. But there you go. That's what, check it out. This is one of 4 articles that I have that are going to be in the magazine. We're trying to start a podcast, and I'm going to be the producer of it. So it's something I got to look at. Hopefully the podcast will be about, the articles that we're doing and articles that are coming up and things like that. Oh, wow. Good save. Damn it, Chicago. But there you go. So that's that. Not sure what else I can talk about. I don't think I'll do a full hour today. Tomorrow's game's important. You got to win. You got to win the next 3 or 4. And you've got they're big games. They're heavy games. You've got in the next 4 games, the Islanders, the Red Wings, the Jets, and the Oilers. You got to win them. Got to win them. Hey, Robert, just wondering, who won this week in your fantasy NASCAR? I haven't looked yet. I was wondering who won this week in fantasy NASCAR. Right? I know not a lot of people play, but I think some do play. Who won this week? Do you know? Aaron says very important talking about the games. Yes, I agree. I think that you're on the cusp of being out of the playoffs. This is it. You either get there or you don't. You either get there or you don't. And I notice how he's not answering me. Oh, I've got to look. Give me a sec. Okay. What'd you guys think of that layout? Did you like it? right? Do you think they did a good job with it? All right, I can probably read the opening of that. While we're kind of waiting here, I'll have to read it off of my thing, so it might be slightly different because I think they changed some tense. But it says, remembering the USS Stark, there comes a time in everyone's lives when they are thrust into a situation with people that they would otherwise never have a connection to that will find them for the rest of their lives. Being involved in an accident or a natural disaster are just a few of those life-defining moments. They connect us at our very fiber. Arguably, the greatest of these events are connected to military service. The four major armed forces put people of every demographic together and orders them to work as a seamless team. World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam created those bonds for the three generations before Gen X. This new generation, born from 1965 to 1980, was just entering the military when the United States stopped an insurrection on the Thailand island of Grenada in 1983. Fight, fight, fight! On May 17, 1987, then all changed in the Arabian Gulf. On board the guided missile frigate Stark, FFG-37, many of the approximately 220 men on board were on their first or second deployment and enlistments. That night, the MTV generation had their lives changed forever with the word smoke in the air. There you go. On a different note, anyone going to watch the lunar landing tomorrow? Oh, is there one? I didn't know there really was one. But we're not sending men to space, right? Oh, I thought I won. The last I looked, I won. I'd have to look at that again. I thought I won. That's why I was giving you shit, because I never win. Where's my NASCAR crap? I thought I won. How? They may have adjusted the standings. That's why, because of that accident, there may have been an adjustment in the standings, and that could have had a lot to do with it. Yep. Damn it. They must have adjusted something. Oh well, I didn't do bad. I didn't do bad at all. Unmanned landing, setting up a lander for future missions. Makes sense. Interesting that they're doing all this space exploration now. Here's what I think they should be doing. Right? I honestly think that they should be doing asteroid. Oh, really? That's cool. What I think they should be doing, because we're pretty sure that there's no minerals that we need on the moon, right? For the most part, I don't think that they found any real minerals. No, none of the rare stuff, right? Rare earth, rare minerals. But we know that shit is on asteroids. So what I don't understand is why we're not figuring out how to mine these asteroids, right? To get some of these resources that we need. Because if we're getting the resources from an asteroid, we're not tearing up our Earth and we're saving our Earth. It makes sense. Maybe not financial yet, but that's what I think. So what do you guys think about Buldoc coming up? Do you think that this is a desperation move, or do you think it's something to do with the trade deadline? What are your thought processes on Buldoc coming up? Apparently, he's been tearing up the league the last couple of weeks. I haven't paid tons of attention to it. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know, bud. Do you know enough about him to make any sensible comments? Although, hardly any of my comment. He's he's made some noise. I can't remember. I don't think he was a draft pick. I think we got him through trade, but I could be wrong. Let me look something up. I'm having trouble finding him at the moment. Since I don't think he'll be on here yet because he hasn't played in the NHL yet, right? No, maybe. No, is it BOL? BOL? There's a Samuel Buldoc. Zachary Buldoc. Here we go. No, we did pick him first, 17th overall of the 21st NHL draft. My bad. So yeah, he was one of them low picks that we got. I think that's when we were like the last team in we were the last team that had to be the bubble season where we were the team that was outside of the what do you call it? Oh man, the lottery, right? You know, he's got an upside, and we'll see what happens. I know he's got some decent numbers in the AHL. Let me kind of look those up here real quick. Let me look that up here real quick. Got to find Springfield. The Springfield Thunderbirds. God, they need to bring back the Peoria Rivermen. I really think that. I don't have him on here. No, he's a forward. Yeah, they don't have him on here because he's moved up, so I don't have his numbers at the moment. Let me go try this. Hold on a sec. I'm working it. Here we go. Buldoc has 48 games. He has 8 goals, 15 assists for 23 points. Apparently, a lot of that has been recently. So maybe he's found his game. Right? We'll see. There's 2 guys ahead of him that you would think could have gotten pulled up. Gaudet and Pekka. Gaudet's 43 games, 41 points, but when he was here, nothing. Pekka, he's a center, though, and I don't think we have room for him. 12 goals, 27 assists for 39 points. Buldoc's a wing. That kind of, we got room for a left wing. Walker, we've already pulled up, so maybe. Mac attacks back down. I realized we had Ryan Suzuki. Didn't realize we had Ryan. I don't know if he's loaned to us or if we've got him on the full. Yeah, I'm not sure. Carolina. Yeah, I'm not sure what his status is right now. Guess I'd have to look that up on. I'm trying to look it up. Suzuki. Am I spelling something wrong here? What am I doing wrong here? I don't know. Gum, give me gum. I'm looking, guys, trying to find it. Yeah, they don't even have him listed on. Oh, here he is. There we go. He's still on the Hurricane, so I guess he was loaned to us. He must have been loaned to us. Yeah, because he's on contract with he's on a loan from Carolina, I guess. There we go. Where we at here? I don't think they risk getting him hurt unless they felt they needed him. No, I'm leaning towards desperation. I think this might be for, he is a forward. I think that okay, well, for the most part, David, that's a good point. Let's bring that up. If you go back and look, and if we go back and look at, say, the last 10 years of Blues draft picks, we're only going to find a couple from the 4th round to the 7th round that made the NHL. They normally don't, right? 3rd round up, those are your guys that actually have NHL potential. The ones below that are guys that you hope will have some potential. But it's low. Here we go. Let's bring this up. You bring up a good point. Let me try and bring this up here. Why can't I find what I want here? Here we go. No, I don't want that. I want. No, it's here. Just got to find it. Just got to find it. Here we go. Here we go. So I'm bringing up the draft now, and we'll bring up Blues draft. Okay. There you go. So now you can see this, and let me take this down. All right. Might have to do it this way. All right. Okay. So let's go back. I mean, obviously the first couple of years, but you go back here. Matthew Kessel, 5th round pick. Okay, there's one. Hugh McGing, he's played 6 games. 6 games. So you do have Tyler Tucker, so I'll give you Tucker too. McGing, not yet. Right? But you look at the ones above him, right? Nobody here. 2016, 2013. A 4th and a 6th round pick. Neither one have made the NHL. Blaze was a 6th round pick. 248 games. He's probably the most from the 4th round down. Husso, 132 as a goalie. That actually was a good 4th round pick for the Blues. Right? He did very well. I have Panazi Stick. He played 22 games. I have one of his sticks. Nothing. Right? Mikkola, 5th round pick, 226. That's a pretty good one there. There you go. None. Nobody. 2016, 2017. Torpachenko, a 4th round pick. Okay? Then you get here to where we talk Tyler Tucker. McGing, 6 games. Hofer, 28 games, but he was a 4th round pick. Goalies, they usually don't go as high. So goalies, maybe. Here you go. You've got 2019, Alexandrov, the only player out of 2019. Colton Ellis is a goalie, could be up. Zerzinko, 7th round pick, as a goalie. He's one of those projects that may pan out. Right? Tanner Dixon, I don't think is with the Blues anymore. Cranley has a goalie. Could. They've done well with goalies. So there's where you could find some. Leo Loof, I think he's out. He might be in Sweden now. I'm not sure. Or he might be in, I'm not, he could be with the, I think he could be with Springfield. But you see what I'm looking at here? Very few. Right? 3rd round and above, yeah. 4th round and below, not as many. Right? Very few. I mean, 12 games. Here's one, Ryan Reeves. Ryan Reeves with a 5th round pick. Okay, I'll give you that. All right? But Polak, defenseman, 806 games as a 6th round pick. Now, but you're looking at 2004, so a little different there. Right? Little different style of picks because you had up to 9 rounds in. Right? You don't have as many rounds now, so but you see what I'm getting at now, David. I hope that makes some sense. We will see after Islanders game tomorrow how he does. Then ask the question again. I can tell you on Buldoc. Yeah, I couldn't even ask the question then. One game's not enough. Wrong, Springfield, Massachusetts. Hey, Ryan. Yeah, not to make it to the NHL. That's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, no, I went live to talk, hear myself talk. At least 5 games, I'll agree, but I don't think he gets 5 games. Buldoc was a first round pick. First round. Mikola, yeah, Mikola, I like Mikola too. I got turned on to him by somebody else who's no longer a friend of mine, but I have a Mikola signed puck, and I treasure it. Come on, Philly, don't let him do anything. All right. Wow, you guys got me at almost an hour, 51 minutes. How the hell did we manage that? How the hell did you get me from I could probably do 30 minutes, so I'm almost doing an hour? Wow. Real surprising there. You got me to that long. I'm just checking on some messages here real quick, make sure I don't miss anything. I think I got everybody. All right. Go. So just me now. Yep. I'll be here tomorrow for the game, playing the Islanders at home, and then we got an early one again, 7:30 in the morning for me against Detroit. Oh, I'm so mad at that one. So mad at that one. Oh, why are they doing that to me? He's not in San Antonio. He's in. We don't have a team in San Antonio anymore. He's with Springfield, and right now he's called up. So I don't know what his status would be, other than he's now. He'll get a rookie lap tomorrow. He'll get that first lap. He'll get to skate by himself. So, wow, I'm surprised, guys. You did great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. Hopefully it's a much better game than what we've seen. This is Guy, the Y Blues fan, saying,
Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!